So do you also use Stripe to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to send automated product review request emails after Stripe payment. So like you, I also use Stripe to sell my products online, and now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new payment through Stripe, I want to send automated follow-up email. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Stripe and Gmail, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'll show you how to automatically send customized emails, which is the product review request emails after a successful Stripe payment. So as soon as a customer completes a purchase, this workflow triggers an email asking them to leave a review, personalized with their name and the another details. It's a great way to boost the social proof and customer engagement without lifting a finger. So let's build this automation together. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And let's see how we're going to create a connection between Stripe and Gmail using this easy to use automation tool that requires no coding knowledge, which is Pabbly Connect. But before we move on further, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. It's a space where users share their ideas, solutions and workflow tips. So if you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance. And to join this community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, now I'm just going to move on forward and create my automation. For that, I'm just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month to explore the application. But over here, I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and now we're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, right? Without knowing any programming or coding language. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account. And to get started, I'm simply going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me to select the workflow builder. So over here we have two options, the new one and the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster and flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one is perfect for users who prefer a stable and a tried and tested setup. You can use any one from this right over here. I'm just going to use this new one. So I'm just going to simply go towards this select button right over here. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as this: send automated product review request emails after Stripe payment. And then I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is the workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. Trigger starts the process while the actions are results for it. Alright, so for example, in today's video, our trigger will be Stripe, that whenever a new payment is made using Stripe, this workflow is going to get triggered. And for the action, we are going to use Gmail so that we can send automated emails like this. So yes, I'm just going to select my trigger application right over here, which is Stripe. So I'm just going to search for Stripe right over here, and then I'm just going to simply select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as new charge, and then I'm just going to move on further and click on this connect. And now it is giving me a webhook URL using which we're going to create a connection between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply copy this webhook URL which we have received, and then I'm just going to open my Stripe account. And after opening the dashboard of my Stripe, what we have to do is we have to go towards this left side of the bar towards this developers section, and then we have to go towards this webhooks right over here. And after coming over here towards this webhooks, we have to go towards this add endpoint, and after coming over here towards this add endpoint, we have to enter the endpoint URL. So I'm simply going to paste the URL right over here, and now it's asking me for the description. So if you wish, you can definitely enter the description, but this is not the required field, so I'm just going to leave it as blank. It is saying listen to. So over here, events on your account or events on connected accounts. So I'm just going to simply select it as events on your account button right over here. And now for the version, I'm simply going to select it as the current version, and now it is asking me to select the events. So over here in the help text, it has clearly mentioned that from select events drop down, choose charge succeeded. So I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to select the events, and from here I'm just going to go towards this charge, and then we have to select this charge succeeded. And after selecting this, we simply have to click on this add events. And now after adding this event, I'm just going to simply click on this add endpoint. And once I'm just going to click on this add endpoint, yes, you can see that we've successfully added our webhook URL right over here in my Stripe account. And with this, we have successfully created a connection between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. So we're just going to do the test submission in order to capture this webhook response. So for that, I'm just going to go towards this left side of the bar towards this payment links. And now I'm just going to open this payment link right over here. I'm just going to copy the URL. Then I'm just going to open it in a new tab. And I'm just going to purchase this product right over here. So I'm just going to purchase this product as dummy user. So I'm simply going to enter my details right over here. Then I'm just going to enter the first name, the last name, and now I'm just going to enter the card information too. So I'm simply going to enter the card information right over here. And now I'm just going to enter the billing address. And after entering all of this, I'm simply going to click on this button which says pay. And once I'm just going to click on this pay, it is saying processing. So it is processing the payment. Till then, we have to wait for a few seconds. And as you can see, thank you for your payment. So yes, with this, we have successfully did the test submission. And now I'm just going to open my workflow, and we're going to see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response of our test submission. Over here, we're going to get all the details. You're going to see the first name, last name, the email address, and the address of the billing too. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step, which is Stripe. And now whenever a new product is purchased using my payment link on Stripe, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. And now I'm just going to move on further. Now what I want is I want to send this product review request mails. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply go to its action. For that, I'm just going to click on this add new action button, and now I'm just going to select my action step, which is Gmail. So over here, I'm just going to select the action application, which is Gmail. So I'm just going to search for Gmail and select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to simply select it as send email and click on this connect. Now in order to connect my Gmail account, I'm just going to go towards this add a new connection and then sign in with Google. And once you go towards this sign in with Google, Pabbly is going to ask you to select your Gmail account with the help of which you want to build this connection. Alright, so you simply have to select your account, and after selecting your account, Pabbly is going to ask you for some permissions. So you can simply give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because your data is secure with Pabbly, no need to worry. And once you give Pabbly all the permissions, your Gmail account will be connected. I've already connected my Gmail account, so I'm simply going to go towards this select existing connection and then save right over here. And now it is asking me for the recipient email address. So I'm simply going to enter the recipient email address right over here. As you can see, the recipient email address has been given right over here in the response of my previous step. So I'm just going to simply enter the same right over here. But I'm not going to enter it by typing it like this manually, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Stripe as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map the email address right over here from the response of my previous step only. So I'm just going to search for email address and map it. And now it is asking me for CC and BCC. So we are only going to fill in the details which are required. These are not. Now for the sender's name, I'm just going to simply enter the name of the sender, which is Pabbly right over here. So I'm simply going to enter the company name. Now I'm just going to simply enter the subject right over here. So I want the subject something like this: we love your feedback on your recent purchase. So I'm simply going to enter the subject right over here. Now I'm just going to move on further. It is saying reply to. So no, this email is not a reply email. So I'm just going to leave it as blank. It is saying email content type. So I'm just going to keep it as HTML. You can also keep it as plain and enter a plain email content, but I'm just going to enter it in HTML so that I can send more attractive emails to my users. So yes, now I'm just going to simply enter the email content right over here. So yes, you can see that I've simply entered the email content, and now over here I'm just going to simply map the name of my customer. So I'm just going to look for name in the response of my previous steps. I'm just going to map this name because I want to send personalized emails to all my customers. And also you can see that I've added the review link right over here. So you can also add the review link. Now I'm just going to move on forward. These details are not required. So I'm just going to leave it as blank and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully sent this mail. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my Gmail account and go back towards the inbox. And as you can see that we have successfully received a new mail. So I'm just going to open it, and it is saying, hi dummy user, thank you for your recent purchase. We hope you're finding value in what you have received. We'd really appreciate if you could take a moment to share the feedback. And over here, when they click on this leave a review, they are going to be redirected to the link which I've added right over here in the workflow. So yes, I've added a Google Forms link with the help of which they can submit their feedback. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but now I'm just going to test this workflow in real time. All right, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my Stripe, and I'm just going to do a test submission once again. I'm just going to purchase a product once again. So I'm just going to copy this URL, then I'm just going to open it in a new tab right over here once again, and I'm just going to do the test submission. So let's assume that someone is really purchasing my product right over here. So we're just going to test that they're going to receive a mail or not. So I'm just going to simply fill in all these details right over here, and then I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to add the address, and I'm just going to click on this pay. So once I'm just going to click on this pay, yes, you can see that using these details only we're just going to send the mail. So you can capture these details. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully completed the payment, and now I'm just going to open my Gmail. I'm just going to go back towards the inbox, and we're just going to refresh it and check that if we have received the new mail or not. And as you can see that we have successfully received the new mail. It is saying, hi test user. The test user, which is the name, has been changed. Rest the details are same. So yes, you can see that within seconds and in real time we have successfully sent a mail to test user 2 whenever they purchase the product. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now whenever someone is going to purchase the product, they're automatically going to receive an email which is the product review request email. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this video and this workflow too. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.